my mind, in my heart, in my soul, in my life I have been searching for something, but you were my dream. You're perfect, you're golden, golden. You're the light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden. You're the light, my love. When I breathe, when I swallow, caress I feel. When I listen, I hear the most beautiful music out of nowhere. You're perfect, you're golden. You're my light, my love. You're perfect, you're golden. You're my light, go there.
Without a warning, without a sound, we woke up one morning to a world turned upside down. Everything changed in the blink of an eye, dealing with the unknown and trying to survive. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over, in our new reality, we will gather together. Will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. We've been through quite a battle, like none we've ever seen. We kept hoping we'd wake up to find out it was all a bad dream. But that day's never come. It'll be a while yet, with more obstacles to overcome and challenges to be met. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over, in our new reality, when we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over, in our new reality, when we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. And when this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more.
What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain? What about killing fields? Is there a time? What about all the things that you said were yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we shed before? Did you ever stop to notice the crying earth, the weeping shore? What have we done to the earth? Look what we've done. What about all the peace that you pledged your holy son? What about flowering fields? Is there a time? What about all the dreams that you said were yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the children dead from war? Did you ever stop to notice the crying earth, the weeping shore? I used to dream, I used to glance beyond the stars. Now I don't know where we are, but I know we've drifted far. What
Hello and welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community and we believe that there are many paths to one divinity. So what does that mean to you sitting at home on a Sunday morning, or perhaps catching it at another time on Facebook or YouTube? It means that we have 10 different faith perspectives. We accompany them with 10 different positive musical artists. We give each of those groups a single word topic at the beginning of a series, and one by one they send in their parts and pieces, and Becky and I say hello and goodbye, and our amazing tech guy Philip puts it all together into a seamless moment which you are experiencing now. You can join us in this endeavor at www.peopleofdiversity.org and use the donate button in the center of the page. So we have a couple things going on. It's No Shave November, which explains the incredible scruffiness, and it will get worse. The other thing is we have United in Thanksgiving with Brevard's Interfaith United group. That's on the 21st of November. That's a Monday night at 7 at John the Evangelist Catholic Community Center in Viera. And there is a food drop, there is a service, a ceremony of sorts, and then there's some snacking and visiting and socializing afterwards. Please join us for that. If you want to be a part of that, let us know. If you want to be in the choir for that, let us know. If you want to be a part of supplying some of the munchies and snacks and treats for that event, please let us know. Becky is in charge of the libations for the evening, so we'll be wrapped up in that. And then there's an amazing processional and, like I said, a really cool ceremony. Join us for it. I think that's all I know.
Well, you should tell them what No Shave November is, other than just...
I look scruffy?
Other than, yes. Explain to them why it is that you're not shaving throughout
So-
the entire month of November.
Mostly to make my wife crazy. And it works so incredibly well.
That's not...
It does. It works really well, though.
It does work well, but that's not
That's
why.
not the reason?
Why. Yes.
No. Okay. So, the idea is that when you're getting chemotherapy, you lose all your hair. And so we go about growing hair. I say we, David and myself and a couple other fellows in my men's group and other folks around the country and the world. We grow hair in November to offset that inability to grow hair, or all the hair falling out. And it's about bringing awareness. So here next week, after we get through the hurricane, I'll start taking pictures and close-ups of all of the wonderful totem animals that will arrive as facial hair on my face. And it's borderline gross at times, and yet so very good fodder for memes, and go and donate here and remember this and drive someone to their chemo or bring someone food, or just be there and sit there and not do anything except sit there, because that's really what most folks need. So it's all about awareness.
And that makes it worth it for me. It's a good cause, a really good cause, so I'll put up with No Shave November. I'm just really glad that November is one of the shorter months. So.
And the grandkids love it not as well. They say prickly and ouch and don't want to kiss pops. So there's many sacrifices made here.
Yes. Okay. Last week we had our sensei David Vidito did an amazing talk on respect from a Buddhist viewpoint. And his musical guest was Jennifer Farron. She was awesome as always. Today we are ending our series on respect with Reverend Sue Bailey, and her musical guest is Victor Morgado. So next week we will start our new topic, and that is charity. And our speaker on charity, our first speaker on charity, will be our Baha'i friend Dean Martineau, and his musical guest will be Donna Frost.
Yay.
Yay, yeah. So, if you want to see past services, past People of Diversity services, go to the People of Diversity Facebook group, Facebook page, and you can see last week's tag to the top of the page, and then you can also go in there under the live section or the videos and find past ones. And you can also go to our YouTube channel and find all of the videos from the last almost 4 years, going on 3.5 years. We do a live Zoom deep dive at the from 11:45 till 12:15. And you can get on that. It's real easy. The link is there. Just push the button, and we sit and discuss the message, check in with each other. We get to actually see each other and talk in real time. It's pretty awesome. So join us for that. And then on Sunday evening at 5:45, we rebroadcast the morning service on Facebook Live. So you can get on and watch it again, or you can send somebody back if you hear something that inspires you or makes you think. And you want to send somebody else back to enjoy the same thing, then 5:45 on Sunday evening. And also, the last thing is you can get Facebook notifications very easily by joining the People of Diversity Facebook group or page. And when you sign up, then you'll get a notification on Sunday mornings and Sunday afternoon about the service getting ready to start. You push the button and it pops up. So it's pretty easy. Each week we bless a country. So if you know anything about the country that we are blessing next week, send it to the email address below. Pictures, if you got pictures, that'd be great. If you have any fun facts or stories, whatever, about the picture for next week, about the country for next week, send them to the address, and we'll use them in our country blessing. Next week is Iceland.
We've got a couple of friends who just were there.
In Iceland. I know.
Yeah.
That's someplace that people we know go to Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't have anybody send me anything about this week's country, but it is Hungary. Hungary is located in Central Europe. It's about the same size as Indiana and has 9.6 million people. I thought this was really interesting. 46% of the people claim no religion. 37% are Roman Catholic, and 17% are a mixture of other religions. The capital of Hungary is Budapest, and it was established in 1873. Budapest has the second oldest underground railway in the world, and it started operating in 1896.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of think that's scary. I don't know if I'd get on a train that's been operating since 1896, but whatever. Budapest also has more thermal water springs than anywhere else in the world, with 123. And there are more than 1,300 hot water springs throughout Hungary. I like this one too. There is a statue in the city park in Budapest of an anonymous writer. And legend has it that if you touch the pen of the statue, you will become a great writer.
Ah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. The adult literacy rate in Hungary is 99%. Hungarians are crazy about paprika. There are more than 40 varieties that are grown there, and the average consumption per person per year is 1.1 pounds of
Oh my God.
paprika. And paprika doesn't weigh very much. That's a lot of paprika. There is a list of pre-approved names you can name your child. And if you wish to deviate from that list, you have to submit an application to the government. That's really interesting. And the last fact is the Rubik's Cube was invented by Hungarian architect Erno Rubik in 1974. And millions of Rubik's Cubes have been sold. So, really interesting place, a lot of cool things. So let's hold the people of Hungary in our hearts, knowing they want the same thing in their lives as we want in ours. And we wish them peace, prosperity, abundance, lots of love. And we say these words together. May peace prevail in Hungary. May peace prevail on earth May peace prevail in me. Thank you.
Victor Morgado, hardest working musician in Southern Ontario. Does like 250 gigs a year.
Wow.
Yeah, he just like is a working man. He will bring us 2 songs to wrap up our series on respect. And Sue Bailey, the original pastor for the People of Diversity, will bring us our final talk on respect. So without further ado, we will see you on the other side.
Got to give it together, and if we don't just forget it, gonna step respect, you don't give it back. You got to give it together. Karma's a bitch, don't you know? When you say goodbye, says hello. Universal principle, well that's a fact, 'cause karma's a bitch, don't you know? You think you're right, but it's out of sight, but right ain't right when you shine the light, and your soul hides in fear. Respect's the key, don't you know? Then the sunshine we all grow. Not really winning when others lose. Respect's the key, don't you know? You got to give it, get it. And if you don't, well, just forget it. Gonna set respect, you don't give it back. You got to give it, get it. You think you're right, 'cause it's out the side. But right ain't right when you shine the light, and your soul trembles in fear. Your soul just disappears. You got to give it, get it. You got to give it to get it. Try to discover a little something to make me sweeter. Maybe refrain for breaking my heart. I'm so in love with you. Don't be more ever blue. That's giving no reason. We're making me work so hard. That you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no. I hear you calling, baby, please give a little respect to me. I should falter. Would you open your arms out to me? We can make love now, warm. A little piece of our heart. so in love with you. I'll be born out of the blue. With religion or reason, you're dropping down for fingers, Lord. Don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no. Oh, I hear you calling. Oh, baby, please give a little respect to me. I'm so in love with you. Don't be born out of the blue. That give me no reason why you making me work so hard. That you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me so. I hear you calling. Oh baby, please give a little respect to me. So hear you calling. Oh baby, please give a little respect to me.
So John Silver woke up one morning with a high fever. His wife immediately called next door to their friend who was a physician, and he came over and he diagnosed John with viral pneumonia. He wrote him a prescription and he told him that he might as well get comfortable because he was going to be in bed for a while. John was not happy with this diagnosis, and he immediately started, expressing his displeasure, saying, no, I've got a breakfast meeting at the school. I'm president of the PTA. Then I have an important client to meet at work, and I have a lunch date, and at 6:30 I have to go to a church planning meeting, and there is no way that I could stay home sick today. And the doctor said, look, John, I'm sorry, but I don't know anyone who's indispensable, and I suggest that you stay in bed or this could turn out to be much worse. And, pretty soon with the fever and not feeling well, John drifted off to sleep. And in his sleep, he saw this gathering of angels around God, and everything seemed to be in disarray. There were papers tossed all over the floor and angels in discussion. And finally, someone passed a really significant document to God, and God read it and he became visibly upset, and he stood up in a loud voice and he said, oh no, what am I going to do today? What will I do? And the angels right away, like, what is it? What is it? And God replied, what will I do today? John Silver is sick. Are we really all that important to the universe and to those around us? What do you believe? Because the way I see it, the answer is absolutely yes, we are that important. It appears that we think that some of us are way more important than others. The truth is, we're not. They're not. No one is any more important to this creation, this universe, this cosmic grand plan we're on. Nobody's more important than anybody else. And you might be thinking, well, what about the very spiritual and the very smart and the very creative and all those ones who have devoted their lives to a relationship with the divine, the ones who know the divine, intimately? Aren't they way more important than I am? Well, we imagine that the world, or we might imagine that the world can't get along without them. And we believe that they might be indispensable and that God might be in trouble without them. But what about us? What about you? Are you indispensable? Would the world be in trouble without you? What you probably don't think about much, or maybe have never thought about, is that you're one of them. Those very important people that God needs. someone who's also as important as those that we look up to, the ones who we believe have been the catalyst to make all the changes in the world. Well, I believe that we are all the so-called mystics, the very, very important people who have insight into mysteries transcending everyday human knowledge, each in our own way. We are all people who have and who are always in direct communication with the divine. You're probably thinking, well, if you put it that way, well, then maybe. But it sounds lofty, doesn't it? The truth is, even those we have assigned greatness to, have to eat like we all do. They need shelter and transportation and clothes and medical treatment and laughter of children and kisses from puppies. And God's world doesn't just need the very spiritual any more than it needs farmers and plumbers and electricians and builders and educators and children and pets and cookie bakers. Get the picture? Everyone. So which kind of mystic are you? Think about it. Be truthful. How important do you think you are? How indispensable to the world turning do you believe yourself to be? And while you think about that, I want to just read this little passage from Genesis that said this. Then God said, "Let us make human beings in our image to be like us. They will reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, the livestock, the wild animals on the earth, the small animals that scurry along the ground." So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Then God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and govern it. Reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground." Now, if you continue to read those passages in that section of Genesis, the words that follow nowhere say, but only some of them will be created in God's image and likeness, and some of them ain't going to be all that important. Or that any one of us is more important than anyone else. The importance of people, or the importance of circumstances, the importance of anything, or the unimportance of it has all been defined by us, not the divine. And this is Jesus, something that Jesus came here to remind us of. He didn't seem to have this problem, but he knew that we did, and that it was a big mistake on our part. Remember, the people that he thought were important: an adulteress, the lame, the blind, all manner of people who the rest of society didn't particularly care for. And he wasn't particularly positive about the so-called important people of the day. When we look at Jesus, one of the things I suggest is that he didn't come here just to teach us how to be like him, but he came here to activate it in us, to push our cosmic buttons, to activate us into our true divine imprint, which is already in each one of us, the divine butcher, baker, candlestick maker. So some more than others. Some more than others have continued to be reminders to the rest of us about what really can be done. And it's important for us to understand that we most likely don't all come into this lifetime with the exact same soul condition, or the same job. So in other words, we're at different places on the journey based on things that we can't honestly define in this moment, maybe past life experiences. But we all do come into this life with the same importance. So some of us will just know things, and some of us will have to learn those same things. And some of us have already overcome resistance and will simply say yes to the deeper journey of the soul. And some of us still have to work through resistance. And thus some things work better for some people and some things work better for other people, none of which changes or defines our importance. We only think we know the condition of Jesus's soul when he arrived here. It does seem that he was clearly aware of his importance to the divine, so he got right to it, showing us, teaching us all about our importance. In his primary mission, he tried to explain to us that God is a loving God and how the world works, and that you didn't need to sacrifice, and to show us how to free ourselves from political bondage, and to tell us that we must love ourselves and each other. And when he left this earthly realm, we were and still are challenged with figuring out how to do those things. And this is the really important part here. Someone after he died had to write about him and his life, his wise words and his deeds. Are they important, those people? Otherwise, how else would we know about him? Someone has to keep talking about him. Someone has to keep teaching about him. So how important really are you? How important are we? Just think about how important that makes you today. Without you, there would be no one to teach others, to show others, to live as an example, to teach our children, to be a link in the chain of thoughts and ideas and actions that Jesus left for us. And if Jesus doesn't speak to you, how about Gandhi? He had a pretty great message for humankind. Well, and it could have died with him, but it didn't, because other humans kept it alive. They lived it. So who was most important, Gandhi, or those who kept his message alive? The people who have delivered the message, Jesus, and Gandhi, and so many others, are activators to our divine journey. How have they become so compelling to so many? Why have so many people kept their messages alive? Because we see in them our very own potential. And let me stop here for a minute, because today we're looking at the idea of respect, defined as a feeling of admiration of someone, of their abilities, qualities, or achievements. It's often easy to treat some people with respect, but we get stuck in this because of the abilities, qualities, and achievements. We can respect Jesus because, well, he really did something. But the people next door, what's so great about them? Me? What's so great about me? Sad, isn't it? Because if I recall, Jesus did point out to us, love thy neighbor as yourself. For us, because of this lack of respect that we have for ourselves and for those other everyday people around us, we miss out on some of the real blessings and magic of life. We miss out on the magic that God created us to be. Our abilities, our qualities, our achievements, we all have them. And we are all indispensable. Your life isn't always supposed to feel good, but it is always supposed to be respected. Every tiny little thought, action, idea, emotion, and every overwhelming, large, spectacular thought, action, idea, and emotion, it's all to be respected because it's all an aspect of you, a divine creation. And from day one, it has been our job to manage this creation, and this creation. Yet we have often instead created a class system of respect. Those guys are worthy, those guys are not. That's worthy, that is not. I'm worthy, I am not. Now for the real problem. We've been taught that we're crazy to think that we could even be like Jesus or Gandhi because we're not that important to the ongoing work of the divine. And in a few more lifetimes or a few hundred more lifetimes, we might get there. It might all of a sudden be easy to us. But today we are here who we are, and we deserve just as much respect. We have earned our own respect, even if we didn't realize it. Every one of us has been challenged in life. We have overcome things. We have lived through things, and there's going to be plenty more. And every one of us were born, and we learned to walk, and we fell down, and we learned to talk, and we said stupid things, and we went to school, and we did ignorant things, and we played, and we slept, and we made friends, and we made enemies. We worked, we laid around, we ate too much, we drank too much, we loved, we hated, we grieved. We've been mean, we've been kind, and we're still here. We've all gone through years of diverse experiences, and we're still here. Now that deserves a huge amount of respect, doesn't it? It's already a miracle and no accident that you are still here. Each one of us, yes, you have changed the lives of other people. You have impacted the planet. It's your creations, your thoughts, your ideas. Each one of us in our smallest moments have sent vibrations of love or hate around the world. Now that is worth our respect. The power that we have just because we were created in the image of the divine. You can't change that. So what kind of mystic are you? So we've been taught all kinds of things that have become expectations. Most great things that come from humans require that they have broken rules, made new ones, did something differently, trashed current thinking. You know, you've seen it. And when it's happening, it kind of looks ugly. And lots of people didn't respect Jesus for his message and his actions here on earth. Did it matter to Jesus? Hell no. Because he had the respect of the entire universe simply for who he was and what he was doing here. And so do each one of us. So do you. We have, as humanity throughout history, given false, misguided power and accolades to people and their actions. We have made them and their achievements far out of reach in our own heads. And it's time that we stop and remember the important thing here. It doesn't matter what they accomplished. They couldn't have done it without other everyday human beings, us, the so-called everyday people. We kept their good works alive. They haven't. It's been our way of showing respect to them and their lives. Remember, the tiny things are as important as the big ones. Every prayer, no perfect words, no perfect place, no perfect thoughts. Respect them all, because why? They're all part of the divine. And our prayers being answered has nothing to do with our relationship to the divine or our deserving or if we are really loved. We have been our own worst enemy because we haven't had enough respect for the process of life. By now, we should all know that creation of earth and of this life journey we're on has been created perfectly. Talk about something to respect. Just the fact that I'm alive and I get to do this. And I want to mention something about respect because I want to separate one aspect of respect that we often assume we're talking about. And I want to make sure you know that today I am not talking about that. I'm not talking about respecting yourself for eating the right foods and exercising and rarely doing something stupid or being nice or making good decisions or, any of those kind of three-dimensional everyday things that we attach respect to. Those things might make you respectable. But I'm talking about respecting our spiritual aspect, the simple fact that we're here as part of creation on purpose. It's a plan. Obviously, the physical world is deserving of our respect, but it is not who we are. I believe most of us have misunderstood this three-dimensional existence here on earth that Jesus came to help us understand. We've decided what it is supposed to look like and feel like, and what is good and what is bad, and what is right and what is wrong, what to respect and what to despise. We've read books about it. We've searched, we've convinced ourselves, and often we've given up on the whole thing and decided to just complain all along the way. And I have those days for sure. Yes, this is an amazing world around us. amazing people, amazing events that we respect. But someplace deep within us, there is something missing if we have overlooked respecting ourselves and the magical, mystical journey that we have been and are on. And we will waste time and energy and joy and love until we do respect who we are and what we do. Even if it is the best cookie baker. If we're going to follow Jesus, and those few that have actually followed his example, if we're going to be um, our guides, if they're going to be our guides, then we might want to attempt to do what the things that they have done. We may fail at it. We may be great at it. Unfortunately, our misinformed ideas of our importance to others has been hijacked. And now you might believe that the world can go around without you. Jesus was here for the smooth operation of the world. Jesus was here for the divine mission he was sent on. And so are you, here for the smooth operation and unfolding of yourself and everyone in this world. Jesus had no trouble respecting the truth of the 3D world and how it works, and that there will be obstacles and problems and illness and struggle, and there are supposed to be. And yet those things are not what gets in our way. It's our misunderstanding about the power that we have been given. So do you know your divine mission? You have one. You do know what it is, right? Your soul does, because it's the vehicle of the divine in you that needs something from you while you're here. Your soul's journey is to be respected. It was designed by you and the divine. It's not, you're not here, we're not here to please God. God doesn't want anything from you. It is that God wants something magnificent for you on this journey. So, do you respect your ego? Do you respect the work it takes to be on this human journey? Who said this was supposed to be easy? And who told you that this is heaven? I'm sorry, I just have to say this here. Heaven can be right here. It is not out here. It is not on earth, and it never will be, except through you. It is part of your earthly journey. So imagine that you carry heaven in here. Now you get to share it, you get to spread it, you get to have moments of lighting up and showing heaven, but it is not out here and it's never going to be. It's you. Can you see how much respect that is that you should have for you and for all of the people around you? And if you can't have respect for other people today, forget it, because it's not really what I'm talking about. I'm really talking about you. And some of you might fall back on the philosophy that this is all an illusion. Well, if you were in heaven and you were looking down on earth, from that point of view, you might be able to describe this as an illusion, but I doubt it. But however, you are not in heaven, you are here. One of the most profound things I ever heard was said by a guru and mystic, Michael Murdad. And during a workshop, he said about this journey that we call life, respect the illusion. Why? Because it's an amazing thing. Respect the pain, the joy, all the tiny, all the spectacular ideas and actions. One of our greatest sins, one of the missing the mark things that we do is often that we don't respect the illusion, the journey, and ourselves. And we should. Why? Because it's all God. When you wake up tomorrow morning, before you let your feet hit the floor, take a minute to remember that what you do and say and think are indispensable to the divine. That your magical, mystical life is to be respected by you. The angels and the divine are counting on you. Blessings. And so let's close our eyes. And let's turn our attention within. Take a few deep breaths. And I want you to see yourself. I want you to sit yourself in a chair, your physical body, your three-dimensional body in a chair across from you. And I want you to look closely at that truly amazing human being. And just think about all the things they have done, all the places they have been, all the sacrifices they have made. All the wisdom they have shared. And all the love they have spread around, the kindness, compassion. And if anything negative that they have done gets in your way, just set it aside. Because we all have that. So that person that you're looking at is just on a human journey, where all that's part of it. But today we're looking at the brilliance and the beauty and the light. So I want you to think about all the achievements, all the gifts, all the greatness. And the truth of the amazing amount of respect that they deserve. And I want you to send them a bunch of love. Just this overflowing, overwhelming amount of love. And that love and that respect for just being here. Just being willing to be here to do what they were sent to do. because being here has never been easy. Not for anyone, not for Jesus, not for anyone. And so as you admire and respect that person sitting across from you, the human part of you, sending love, compassion, and being amazed. Amazed at what they've done and who they are. Amazed at what they will still do. I want you to take a deep breath in and really soak in this idea that you, on your spiritual journey, you on this earthly journey, have been and done and said and thought and acted in ways that no one else but you could have done. No one else but you will ever do. And so I want you to put your hands on your heart. Take in a deep breath. And just begin to really understand the power within you, the importance of you. And we say thank you. Thank you for every moment that we remember. Thank you for every moment that we forget. Thank you for every breath that we take, for all that we say, all that we do, for who we are. In this amazing, really amazing place with all these other really amazing people. And this incredible journey. So we say thank you for this life with all respect and gratitude and love. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Victor. Scott said you're a hardworking man, and it shows. We really appreciate what you do and are so happy you've joined the pod family. Sue, we love you so much. And you're always awesome, and we just so appreciate you sharing from your heart every single time. Philip, thank you. Thank your team. for putting this, taking our pieces and parts and putting them together and making them shine. It's really, we really appreciate all of you too. If you're out there in the world and you have needs for this kind of work, virtual or live, contact Philip and he will fix you up. So, following the service from 11:45 to 12:15, we are going to do our live Zoom deep dive. Join us for that. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's cool. And then tonight at 5:45, Sunday evening at 5:45, we will rebroadcast the Facebook Live, and you can watch it again or send someone back. And next week, we begin our new topic of charity with Mahai Dean Martineau and music from Donna Frost.
Yay.
Yay.
Tennessee music is my favorite. All right, folks, let's just take a moment and ground ourselves, center ourselves. Thank you, Spirit, for all that comes to the pod, all that comes through the pod, and all that leaves out of the pod. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this format and learn and grow so deeply in it. And we say together, amen. Don't jump off just yet, because the most important part is next. Did I www.peopleofdiversity.org part before I said the tithe part?
Just say it again.
I think I just did.
Okay. If you want to tithe, go to www.peopleofdiversity.org. Okay, now.
I think we're covered. If you will take just a moment, bring to your mind's eye anyone and everyone in your world that might need support, help, prayer, or healing. As we record this today, it was election day yesterday, and they're still unraveling everything that's happened. So we send out prayers for all those folks coming and going through that process, and we empower them to make good, solid decisions for the people they represent. Bring all those people into the center. Open yourself to that energy ourselves so that we can receive as well. Let's listen to this last song and push energy out and receive energy in. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of